we're going to start with the All Mountain Line. All Mountain Line is basically it's the connects, it's the bindings that we built on the same chassis and concept as the Prime Connect binding. The idea with the Prime Connect binding was we were riding our split board bindings on our solid boards, and we thought it was just because of that active joining technology, because the contact points were further out towards the edges, because it just rode so responsively, it was really the best choice that we could make for what to ride while we're riding inbounds. And we wanted a binding that was fully designed with that usage in mind, and also a little bit more accessible to people that were used to what traditional snowboard bindings were. This is the Prime Connect SF. Comes in this really cool inverted blue and black colorway. Comes with our plush, soft, kind of traditional pleather strap. The architecture of these bindings, I call it all mountain tuning. They're designed to be a really responsive binding for all over the hill, but still give you the range of motion and flexibility that you need to ride a little bit more playfully and do your tweaks while still being really, really aggressive toe to heel. And the way that they accomplish that, they start with active joining technology. You compare that to a traditional snowboard binding that's going to be like a high-end responsive binding. The idea with a responsive binding is to get stiffness. So to get stiffness, you're going to start with a really, really stiff high back, and that's where basically it has to come from, because bindings are still, other bindings are still relying on those four-hole discs, because there are other attachment systems that don't get a ton of stiffness out of the base, so they have to overcompensate with more stiffness on top. You have a really, really stiff high back, and then you still have a little bit of play at the binding, but it overall equals to a pretty stiff ride. Now with the Connect, we have that really, really solid attachment to the base where they just can't come off of the snowboard. And then that gave us a little bit more freedom as we went up the binding to add the dampening elements with a DuPont Zytel sidewall that does have like a little bit of damping. You can kind of feel the flex if you squeeze it together with your hands. The airflow high back on the Prime Connect, which is actually like a fairly medium, even like maybe I think like a little bit, just a little shy of medium on the stiffness scale. It really depends on what you compare it to. It's like miles stiffer than a urethane high back, but definitely more flex than even some of the other injection molded nylon high backs. So overall, you end up with a binding that's extremely fast edge to edge, but gives you the range of motion you need to really tweak out a method. They have our Airform straps, extremely comfortable. Also, this binding is split capable, so you buy the split kit for it for $199 in the US, and then you have one set of Connects that's the best pair of inbounds riding bindings you can get that works on two solid snowboards, and then it also works on a split board. So at $600, you have 3 sets of really, really high performance binding that's, I think, the best value in snowboarding right now. So it comes with 2 sets of quiver connectors, which means you can go out and ride it on your, nice floaty, this is a Genton Stick POW board in the morning, and then if say the snow gets trapped, you can go run back to your car, back to the lodge, grab your trusty Aviator, just swap the bindings right on there, they just drop right on, and then you can go do some park laps. So just pop them off your POW board, they come right off, super easy, and then drop them onto your Aviator, and they'll just sit right on there. So super easy to attach them and detach them. Just makes riding a whole quiver of boards that much easier and more accessible.